Wormon Zelda fucking 2 came out and I just streamed it a couple times and I kinda have to poop.
Yippee, it's gaming now. I think he will be back around. More games.
I just call it Zelda 2. Tears of the Kingdom? Tears of War? I almost panicked and shit myself and thought I hit start streaming instead of... Oh, I'm not even, I'm using my fucking streaming thing. Oops. I'm not using this. Wow, I just, horrendous. It's not like horrendously desynced. Oh, it's all stinky. So yeah, new Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of Wild 2 thing is out now. I put like 7 hours into it, I think, so far. It was maybe like 5 or 6. It's pretty good. Like, I'm impressed by how different it feels, because it's using the same engine and a lot of the same assets. It's kind of like how Majora's Mask was like built off of a lot of what Ocarina used, obviously. But in this case, you're even in like the same map. But they've added things. Like, I just discovered the underground map. Obviously, there's a sky map, but I went into a chasm, and I'm pretty sure there's like a big world down there, kind of like with what Elden Ring did. And then obviously there's like the floating islands and shit. And then there's a bunch of stuff that's always dropping from the sky. Like, I wonder if you can stand there and randomly catch it. Like, if you just idle long enough, will a ruin chunk just fall on you and kill you? There's like new enemies and stuff. There's these weird troll things that climb ceilings and they're like in caves and they throw shit at you. And there's likes that look really fucking gross and I'd rather fight a Kizu. And you can import your horses. Like, I'd been wanting to catch one for a while and I failed, and it didn't help that some skeleton jerks were attacking me. And at one point they show up and I was talking to a Goron dude and he just like pieces out and lets them kill me. It was great. I love NPCs. Fuck them. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I didn't get any horses, but then I went to one of the stands, and I was thinking, like, surely they have to remember that I've registered a horse before. It's the same Switch. My save file's on there. I was talking to the horse stand guy, and they're identical to the Breath of the Wild ones, which really made me think I'd be able to see my horses again. But then they like bait you because you're talking to them like you're a newbie, and then at the end they're like, oh, I'm sorry, it seems like you registered a horse with us before. Let's go get them. And now I have meat raff and brown spot butt and pink spot butt. I never did find Epona. I'm pretty sure Epona is in Breath of the Wild. I never found her. I just have meat raff. It's a lot of horses with spots on their butts, and that hasn't changed. Also, Link loses his fucking arm. Like, I knew he was getting some upgraded arm thing. I didn't know his old arm decayed and came off, thanks to jerky mummy Ganondorf, man. I'm assuming that's Ganondorf. He's just been left in the sun for a while and is jerky now. Now Link can do the stranger better than ever. But he just has a hand with, like, claws on it, and it's black, brown, dark. He's got like tribal tattoo things. But yep, that's your new arm. Good luck. Hopefully your immune system doesn't reject it and force you to take meds your whole life. That would suck. Because he seems like he has to deal with a fucking calamity every other year. You think he's fucking done after they beat Calamity Ganon, and it's like, ha! No, because jerky Ganondorf is below the surface of the earth. And they accidentally wake him up because like a bunch of chasms. No, some shit starts like spewing out from under the castle and they go and investigate. The game starts with you in one of these like caves under the castle, and then you get to jerky Ganondorf. And the arm that fuses to Link is like keeping him imprisoned or something and jerkifying him. Jerking him. But yeah, they tamper with things, I guess, and he wakes up. And then he lifts the Hyrule Castle into the fucking sky slightly. It's not that far up, but for some reason Link ends up in the sky in a network of island thingies, and you gotta get thingies and power up your arm. And the Temple of Time's up in the sky too, and it looks nothing like before. But I thought you already went to the Temple of Time. I thought that was in Breath of the Wild, where Roham Kingman tells you what you gotta do. Wasn't that the Temple of Time? I don't know. There's some weird, cool-looking, stacked-up thing in the sky that also is the Temple of Time. It has like a vague resemblance inside, I guess. Just shut up about the Temple of Time and talk about meat rafts some more. But yeah, like the gameplay, like you do a lot of building things, which I didn't realize was going to be a mechanic, because I didn't really follow this that much. I like Breath of the Wild, but I wasn't like super excited to the point where I was going to die. But I like this one, and I didn't know about the mechanic was the point. You can attach things and build things, and it's almost like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, except you're like building things live on the field. And you can attach things to weapons, and you can make things like, well, just make weapons. Take a stick and a rock, and it makes a rock with a stick with a rock on it. I merged a sword to my shield on accident, and now I have a shield sword. Huh? Fuse has already been... What? Why would I thought I was making a claymore. Like, nah, I just stuck a sword to my shield. What the fuck? Or is it a sword shield? It doesn't work like a sword anymore. It's just a shield with a sword attached to it. And then I got one with a mechanical dragon head that breathes fire. Found that one somewhere. And then, I took a pillar and attached it to a stick at one point. It was just a stick on a pillar, or a pillar on a stick. I fucking know. They don't even really name them. It makes a big club. And I found a spear attached to a spear. I think it was called the Knight's Spear. It's really fucking long because it's just two spears taped together. Like, this is just a bunch of cool, weird, dumb combinations. Like, one of the things I have is a goddamn stick staff with a mushroom on the end. One of those troll things made it. Now I just have it and it can't do shit. It's called like the bouncy staff or something. It's dumb. There's like balloons, hot air balloons you can do. Like, you can use them and you can go up. And at one point, Impa has me take her up in one, and then she's like, you can use your glider to get back down. And I was just like, my what? Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything to stop this. Really should have mentioned the paraglider before we went up there. I guess I could have disassembled the balloon in midair, but that wouldn't have really helped us either. Because it turns out I met her before I even had the glider, and that was a fun little dive to Earth. Literally. I thought she was going to catch me or something. She didn't. But yeah, like, the gameplay has been different so far, and even though it's like the same map, they've done a lot to change it. And like, at one point, you're running around like Hyrule Castle area trying to start a search for Zelda, sort of. I haven't really gotten to doing that much. But I was running around the castle, and it's cool to run around it and not get killed by robots and things at all times. Like, you actually see settings from the last game. The enemies are gone, except for like the frick bokoblins and things. That just made me want to attach a dildo to a stick. But I remembered those probably aren't in Tears of the Kingdom. But I did make a wiener boat. I also made a boat and attached it to another boat. And it didn't sail because it was just a piece of shit all around. You can't attach two pieces of shit together to try and make something that's good. Just like what I'm doing in this video somehow. But yeah, I really like it so far. It's got, like, you know, the sky map, the ground map. It's got Ganondorf, so it's like a direct continuation of the last game. It's almost like they only dealt with half the threat, which is cool because, like, once again, Ganon wasn't the final threat. Like in Twilight Princess, how you fight his giant wild boar form first, and the final battle is with Ganondorf. That's sort of like what's going on here. It rhymes. And, like, the shrines are cool and different because they all revolve around making things and using new abilities. Because you get a new tablet, and that doesn't give you powers like the last one. Your new arm does. The stranger. So far, I can, like, jump up below platforms and pass through them. Move things and attach things is, like, one power. And then the other one is, like, that I have is the ability to reverse things. You can reverse their movement and make them come back, basically. Or just go the opposite way that they were going. Well, it reverses them. Sort of like a time thing, but it's more just how they moved. So it'd be cool to see, like, what other powers show up. Like, I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to exploring the underground more, because it already looks cool. It's dark. It's just dark. There's weird plants and things and statues and shit down there. There's, like, a whole world. And Ganondorf was, like, some kind of demon king jerk. I don't think anybody's realized he's probably also Calamity Ganon. Or maybe they do seem to realize... Well, there was like a sealing war, and I think that's the war they were talking. They mentioned the sealing war at the beginning of the game, and I think they're talking about when Calamity Ganon got sealed away, but it's showing like a picture of, or like hieroglyphs or whatever, of Ganondorf and his army of demons. I think that's the same thing. I forgot what my point was. Oh, it's probably gonna be like a demonic underworld area to deal with a lot, which will be cool. There's multiple chasms to go in, because Ganondorf wakes up, it's fucking... splits the earth a bunch different places and makes monsters come through. And there's a cool like home base village too, Lookout Landing or whatever, that scientist that turned herself into a little girl permanently grew up quite a bit and made like a lookout area. It's got like a cool emergency shelter. There's a lot of cool things they've done with the map to add to it. It's a fun game so far. I'd look forward to playing more of it. I'm not even like 10% through it yet. So it'll be cool to see how it goes with all the things, the enemies, and there's a temple already. They said there's a temple I gotta go look at. That's new. That's new in a Zelda game, but that'll be interesting to see how that plays out too. Hopefully it is more like a temple. Although I'm liking Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom style, where it's more just free roaming and shit. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. I got 4 areas I have to go explore. I'm thinking might play out a little bit like the 4 Divine Beasts. And then I also have to look for Tears. That's separate. Because you're trying to find Zelda, who's like disappeared. But she's like back in time, but also some weird light ghost thing. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is all the quests. There seems to be like 2 mainline groupings of quests that I just mentioned, and the usual other shit. And a Deadpool ninja anime slashed me and I died. Also, I forgot to mention the frame rate gets kind of poopy. And textures pop in. And the performance isn't always great. Especially if you use a tablet. It's a $70 game, so it's bad. Okay, bye.